don't say that. Like, no.
Back up on my bullshit, back up on the scene. Done dealing with you, don't know how to deal with me. Done fucking with you, don't know how to love me.
Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Sharon. If you are new, hey, welcome. So today we are going to be reviewing Love Island USA episode 21. So before we even get into the video, hit the subscribe button right now and give the video a thumbs up. Okay, so let's get into it. As always, I'm sipping on half and half, okay? Get yourself something to drink. I like to have a drink while we are doing these videos, for one, because I'm doing a lot of talking and my mouth get dry. But for two, it's just fun to have a drink, you know? So let's get right into the episode. So at the beginning of this episode, Courtney and Zeta was talking, and it was so funny when Zeta pointed out that Jordan had on sandals. I don't know, I just thought that was so funny because you know how it is as girls, like sometimes you can't like pick a dude apart, you know, like as far as what he is wearing, especially in the very beginning when you just get to know them. It's like, why did you choose to put that on? Why? So also in this episode, Jared and Shansay, I think that's how you pronounce her name, they have a chat. I'm not even joking. I low-key forgot all about Jared. Like, I feel like he has been kind of absent. Maybe he was absent like from the last episode or something, but I forgot all about Jared. When they started to talk, I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. Jared's on the show. So then also in this episode, Courtney pulls Jordan, or Jordan, I don't remember who pulled who, but Courtney and Jordan have a chat, and that was so awkward. And I feel like Courtney was basically pulling him aside, if she was the one that pulled him aside, to tell him that she didn't really want to like explore a romantic connection with him anymore. But somehow it ended up that like they kissed, and that kiss was just so awkward. And then I feel like she didn't really like cut to the chase, like, I don't really want to kick it with you no more, I just see it as friends. Like, he was saying like, oh, I like you, I like getting to know you. She's like, yeah, same. And it's like, but it's not the same, because he's talking romantic and you don't really see him in a romantic light. But like I said, then again, then they shared that awkward kiss. And then he basically was like, oh, I can't wait to bunk up with you. And she was like, I kind of want to sleep with Chad. And it just was like, yo, this is so awkward. Like, what just happened? Like, that was so awkward. Oh my gosh. I was like, wait, what is going on? I thought you was pulling him to the side to like tell him that you don't really like him in a romantic way. And then now y'all kissing, and then he talking about he can't wait to share a bed with you. And then you had to like, I guess that's what she had to draw the line. She like, excuse me, no, I'm sleeping with Chad tonight. Thank you, Mr. Sir. So then Courtney and Chad are talking, and then Kat comes to like steal him to have a chat with him. And then again, their conversation was so weird and awkward, and I just was like, and it wasn't awkward in like a funny way. It was like low-key uncomfortable for me to watch. Like, I was like almost getting like secondhand, I don't know, not embarrassment, but secondhand something. Like, I just was very uncomfortable watching their conversation and interaction. Like, it was very weird. And then they share a awkward kiss, and it just was like, what is going on? And I know later on in the episode, Kat kind of was saying like that she didn't really feel the vibe with Chad, like it was no spark, no anything. And then she also was saying that like she doesn't really feel like her connection is there, like she's not really connecting with anybody. And I mean, I totally get that, but again, just going back to that awkward conversation, like it was so awkward. And it's like, if you didn't feel anything, why was y'all kissing for so long? Because I feel like they was kissing for a pretty long time. Now, back at Casa Amor, Chaz gets a text, and the hideaway is now open. I was very nervous, but I was happy to find out that they chose Chaz to go into the hideaway, because if Isaiah would have went into that hideaway, Lord Jesus. But they chose Chaz to go into the hideaway, and good for him. I feel like, you know, whatever. I really don't care what Chaz does, like, just truth be told. But yeah, they go into the hideaway. So, another sidebar, just real quick. They always have Jesse on camera duty. Like, if you notice, Jesse always got the phone, and Jesse is always the one like recording and stuff. So I wonder like if that's something that they like designate to him, or if he volunteers or what, because Jesse is always on camera duty. But anyway, back to the video. So Chaz and Gabby go into the hideaway, and I guess she said the next day that it was a waterfall overflowing and all of that stuff, so that's good for her. But I don't really see much of like a connection with them, so I didn't really care like what was going on with them in the hideaway. If I'm just being honest, I gotta be honest with you, I'm just being honest, I didn't care. So then Isaiah is basically contemplating, he's trying to like figure out what he wants to do, and then he makes an all natural comment about Phoebe, and that was kind of like, do you take issue with Sydney's extensions and her filler? Like, like that's kind of what that was given to me. Like, did you kind of catch that? Because why would you say that? Like, oh yeah, she all natural, and it's like, and am I digging too much into that? But wait, because also while he is contemplating and he talking and stuff, they are, especially Jeff, they were gassing Phoebe up. They was gassing him up to like make the decision to like get to know Phoebe, but they was also gassing Phoebe up, like, you got to look at her. Damn, you gonna miss out on that. Damn, you got to, bro. You gonna hate yourself if you don't. You gotta do it, bro. And it's just like, is it really that deep? Like, is he gonna lose sleep if he doesn't give Phoebe an opportunity? Like, they was doing the most. So then the next day, everybody talks, the girls talk, the boys talk, the girls talk, the boys talk, everybody talks. And Isaiah talks about making out with Phoebe, which we saw, because I feel like as soon as they get into the beds and the lights go out, that's when they start kissing and touching and doing a bunch of other stuff. But Isaiah talks about like his kiss with Phoebe, and wow, I'm just like, dang, like, cause you see how like, I feel like so far, Timmy hasn't really been like exploring anything. Jesse hasn't really been like exploring anything, because I feel like they know what they have in their mates back at the villa, and they are locked in, and they've made a decision to lock in and to stay focused on that. And I feel like it's so hard for Isaiah to do that, and I just wish that it wasn't. Now I get, as I'm learning about this show, that's kind of what Casa Amor is for, but I'm just like, dang. If I'm not mistaken, like, they already had sex. He kind of slipped out the I love you. So it's like, if anything, y'all are deeper in than anybody else because of the different things that y'all have shared. So it just is like, dang, like, also Sydney and Zeta talk, and then Sydney basically just says like that she is like falling for Isaiah and she really like him and all of that stuff. And it just really sucks. Like, I feel like on one hand, this is kind of like Isaiah's first time exploring something outside of Sydney, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, he was coupled up with Maddie, but I feel like he was kissing Maddie out of spite. But Sydney did try to like explore something with Andy, and she did it kind of like, she was very sneaky about it, and I really didn't appreciate that. So I don't know, maybe this is just like, they say what goes around comes back around. Like, so I don't know, maybe this is a case of that. It does suck to, see her cry, and she's so invested in him and she like him so much. But so also in this episode, Isaiah and Phoebe have a chat, and he just talks to her about his confliction and how he is feeling. He's so torn. And this girl is really starting to annoy me. She is trying to sell herself, and it's too much. It's coming off as like, I feel like it's not as genuine when you keep having to like convince somebody or persuade somebody to pick you. Like, yo, just go with the vibes and let it fill out and play out how it's going to play out. She doing too much. And she had made a comment about like wearing something because she got to pull out all the stops. And it's like, I would never want to have to do this to get a man's attention. In the villa, in Casa Amor, in real life, in anywhere. Like, it's just really never that serious to do all of that. If you have to do all of that to get somebody's attention or to get somebody to pick you or to choose you, then just call it quits. I mean, I would. Like, this is just too much. Like, girl, relax. So Kyle asked Deb, like, basically, does she feel like she is a good fit for him? And I thought that was a good question. And then he said, like, I'm not going to try to sell you on it. And I thought, like, ding, 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 ding. Like, yes, you shouldn't have to. Like, let her just fill it out and go with the vibes. And then ultimately, she'll make the best choice for her. And I feel like Phoebe needs to take a page out of Kyle's book because Phoebe is, again, like I said, doing too much. You're doing too much. It should never be that. Jesse talks to Timmy about missing Deb, and it's like, I feel like, again, like, I appreciate Jesse being so locked in with her, but I also feel like, maybe, like I said, it's just too little too late. And Deb is really not doing anything different than from what Jesse did when he decided to explore things with Val, and he was actually lying and telling them both the same thing. But when he decided to explore things with Val, that was him stepping outside their connection. So now it's her turn. And I feel like just keep your chin up and stay strong. And if it's meant to be in the end, then y'all will be back together. And if it's not, then y'all won't, period. So again, Sydney and Zeta have a chat. And then she basically just says that, like, when Isaiah comes back, she's going to tell him her truest, deepest feelings. And she's basically going to ask him to be her boyfriend. Girl, Miss Ma'am, Miss Lady, please don't do that. Don't do that, please. I do not mind you being deep in your feelings with your homegirls, right? But I don't feel like you should ever come to a man and basically ask him to be your boyfriend. I feel like that's like almost the equivalent to asking a man to marry you. Like, now I feel like you can, like I said, tell your homegirls, but leave it there. Because then a man could always try to make it seem like you forced them into the commitment, or you trapped them, or you backed them into a corner, or you left them no choice, or whatever the case may be. And it's like, don't nobody got time for that. Let the man come to the decision that he wants to commit to you. And then if you still feel like you want to commit to him too, then y'all commit to each other and it's good. But I feel like I'm so against asking a man, like, oh, do you want to be my boyfriend? Like, don't say that. Like, no, don't say that. No, please, Sydney, do not ask this man to be your boyfriend. Please.
Now, also, allow me to clarify, because I feel like if you're in a situation with somebody and you're ready to take things to the next level, you feel like, you're ready, then there's nothing wrong with you saying to the person, hey, I'm ready for a commitment or whatever the case may be. Where's your head at? And then if they aren't on the same page, then you assess and move from there. But I feel like just flat out being like, I want you to be my boyfriend is just, I don't know, something about the way it sounds. I don't like it.
And then it's like, meanwhile, back at Casa Amor, Phoebe is still begging Isaiah for a chance. It's just giving very much so too much. Like, stop begging this man. But meanwhile, she's begging him for a chance, and then he kind of says like that basically he's going to give her a chance, and then they kiss, and then they kind of sort of like cuddle up. And I know Sydney said that like she would have a problem with him like cuddling somebody, and it's like they've been cuddling in the bed and outside the bed, because that little hug up that they was doing, that's a form of cuddling to me. Like, that's very like, oh, I like you, intimate, like, let me just snuggle up to you and lay on you. Like, even though they wasn't like in a bed, to me that's a form of cuddling. And it just looked like they was getting very much so close. But he says that he will give her a shot. So I'm like, does that mean he's gonna bring her back to the villa? I don't know how this works. Like, if he bring her back to the villa, do that mean Sydney gotta go home? Like, I don't know. But I feel like he said he was going to give her a chance, so I think that means that he's going to bring her back to the villa. And I'm just like, Lord have mercy, Jesus. It's about to get real. But yeah, y'all, that is it for this episode. Drop that in the comments and let me know what you thought of the episode. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye!